Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Trish Out of Water issue 2 by Aspen Comics. I have it digitally, so I don't have the cover or anything, and it's kind of hard to put up on my iPad, so I'm just going to talk about the comic, and the cover is as the thumbnail, so you could go check that out. But before I start talking about this issue, I just want to give you guys a little update. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 21, and that's the show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show, and here are the exclusive comics for that show, which is Alex and Aja issue 1 from Image Comics, Action Comics issue 25, a 0-year tie-in, Trillium issue 4, and then Green Lantern issue 25, and Morning Glories issue 34. So if you want to go check out those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 21, which is a Dark Avenger Inc. Show. So definitely go check that out, and that'll be annotated. But let's talk about Trish Out of Water issue 2. So I did read the first issue about a week ago. I was just looking at some digital comics. I heard about it. I think I saw like Bleeding Cool, like a preview, and I'm like, oh, the cover looks kind of cool. It had all these like thought bubbles and like fish, and I thought it was kind of cool. And then it's actually the head writer at Aspen Comics wrote it, and the writer of Fathom, which I've always wanted to read but never had a chance to read. So I was like, you know what, let me give this a try. So I read the first issue digitally, and I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good. There's a pretty good story arc going on. And then I read issue 2, and let's see if I like that. So what's going on generally is that this girl, she finds out she has these powers, these water powers, or if they really are powers, we don't know, but she can control the water, she's turning into water. She's kind of a popular girl in school. She has a good boyfriend, seems like she has a good group of friends. But then she's walking home from school, she's feeling weird the whole time. So this is from issue 1. She's feeling weird, and we see that her parents die, and she's like all shocked. It's like, oh my god, my parents died. So she's going to run to her boyfriend's house, which is a couple of blocks away, and then she sees that her boyfriend cheated on her with one of her other friends. So that's the start of issue 2, where we get to see she tries to save the boyfriend and the ex-friend because she uses her powers for the water to make the house collapse, and which is pretty interesting. So we get to see, I was like, oh, what is this? She doesn't know what these powers are, but she goes in, tries to save them and everything, and the police are a little bit skeptical, especially this one policeman is like, alright, we know there's these creatures here, and I think that they want you. And it's like these water creatures actually grab her by the end of the issue. And then one of her friends finds out that something freaky's going on with her, so at least she has a confidant. And then we find out that, yes, the mother did kill herself, or maybe not kill herself, but the father's still alive. They are keeping something from her, and the father ran away, so the police think that the father killed the mother, but there's obviously some other story going on. Honestly, really enjoyed this issue. I think because this series was such a surprise to me, I didn't know much about it. When I read issue 1, I was really surprised by, I think, the movement of the story. And I think with issue 2, it still had a great progression. Because every point, there's something interesting that was brought to the table. Like the last cliffhanger, where we get these creatures grabbing our main character, and then that the father's still alive. The friend finds out. The boyfriend still cares for Trish. So there's just a lot of elements that are really interesting in this issue. And then the art was really good for this issue too. It's a little bit on the sketchy side, but I think for this for the series, and the coloring really fits for the series also. So I think for the series it actually fits really well. But honestly, this was my pick of the week. I just really enjoyed it, and I think out of all the issues I read, this is something I was most infused in and most excited to read the next issue for. And I'm kind of shocked because, again, like, I didn't expect much from the series, but I definitely recommend it. If you could find it, my comic book store actually didn't have issue 2, but I was able to read it digitally. You can get off Comixology or whatever. I actually really recommend this one. It's a really cool story. Again, I think what shocked me the most is the great progression for the series, and I really hope with every issue there's something interesting or more interesting that gets added to the story. So definitely pick this one up. I really enjoyed it. I give it 4.5. It's actually my pick of the week, so I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Rad Situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page, and tell me if you guys end up trying this one, or if you've been reading it already. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.